Good evening, my 11th standard warriors. Welcome to the one-shot revision session of Basic Maths and Calculus. So, quite some time back, I have taught you calculus, the basic maths concept in the bridge course as well as in 1D kinematics. So, how about some revision, solving those problems based on all these things, including parallax method, all this with me, Shreyas, your physics master teacher at Vedantu, going live. Hello Rajat, Ishpreet, Saja, Kalyani, Yogita, Disha, Muthukrishnan, Harini, Sankara, welcome. Some of you are waiting for this and some of you can't wait for this. Interesting. Hi Jitesh. Shreyas Sir is here. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. And if so, please put up a smiley. Please put up a heart. Please put up a yo. Please put up a we in the chat box. Hello Vaishnavi, welcome aboard. Good evening, good evening. Those of you who do not know me, well, I'm Shreyas. I did my graduation from NIT Nagpur and I did my research from IIT Bombay, and now I'm here in Vedantu leading the physics department JEE division. And I have been training kids for a very, very long time. Before this, I was in corporate and I left my corporate job because, I wanted to teach, and then slowly, when I started producing some really amazing ranks, that's when I, took up teaching full time, and I have been teaching almost like now for a decade. So if you want to know more about me, you can definitely follow me on my Instagram handle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello Harshil, good evening. Hi Krishna, good evening. Hi Swarlina, good evening. Welcome aboard. And by the way, this is a schedule for this week. So this is one shot revision for alright, basic maths and calculus today. Guys, I have kept one more revision session for you. This is one short revision session, 7:30 Friday. Okay, do not forget it. This is on kinematics 2D. That means projectile motion, 2D motion, inclined motion, all those problems out here. Do not forget that. Okay, that's on Friday. If you're in 12th standard, then yes, there is a lot of session out here. There is one on Gauss law, there is on current electricity. That's on Thursday. There was one yesterday. On biotonic, I'm coming for the NEET students, that's 2021 students, on Friday morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm coming for advanced questions on mechanics for 2021 or even 2022 students. So if you are in 12th or probably passing out, then you should attend that. And Saturday, a special session for all of you. All right, so that's the schedule. And if you want to be one of the toppers from Vedantu, be it CBSE, be it ICSE, be it BITSAT, be it JEE Mains, be it advanced, every time consistent results from Vedantu, the screen is not enough. And not just, in any one exam, this is all the examinations. And that's happening only because of our team. It's happening because of our lovely students who are very dedicated, hardworking, passionate, and they are following all the guidelines, the material that we guys are giving, and also using those report cards which they get after every test. So guys, usually in all these courses, be it light, classic, plus, you usually get 10% off, but due to the sale, we are giving you 50% off. That's the Teachers Day sale. It's a limited offer. It can vanish off any moment. So grab it. These were the prices before. The new prices are even lesser than that. There is a link in the description box. Please check it out. All right. So let's get going. And EGL Sriram, how about this? Post your doubt after the session is over. I'll definitely reply to it because I cannot do all counseling during the live chat. All right. So please put it up. All right. So Rajat, Wazim sir will be taking classes, bacha. Don't worry. Hi Vanishri, welcome aboard. Hi NEET and JEE aspirant both. Hi Chitra. Good evening. Yes, your cap toe is here. So let's start our revision. Good evening, Dayani. I'm very good, Ishpreet. I hope you two are good. Okay. Chalo. Hello, Joel. Long time. Hi, Dharan. And nice to see so many of you changing your display pictures. Good, Dharan, and so many others. Very good. I'm proud of you. You're changing your display pictures. Saja also out there. Yeah. Please change your display pictures to, our warriors, Ninja Warriors display picture. You can download that image, which is there in the description box, which is saying channel art link, and change it, in your YouTube profile. So that's it. Show us your love and support. All right. So let's get going. Now, when we talk about quadratic equations, any equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are any constants which are some real numbers, okay, where a cannot be 0, obviously. The degree of that equation is 2. That is a quadratic equation. If the degree of the equation is 1, it is called linear equation. Example of a linear equation is something like 7x minus 3 is 0. This is a linear equation. There is only one solution. That means only one value of x will make this expression 0. Okay, so there is only one value of x, and that is 3 by 7. If you have a quadratic equation, there are two solutions. They are also called as the roots. A solution is also called as a root of that equation. Keep this in mind. A 3-degree equation will have at most 3 roots. A 4th-degree equation will have 4 roots. No problem, Vanishli, I know. Anyways, I come on Vani ma'am's channel as well. So yes. So welcome all the mascots as well. Yep. Now, going ahead, the roots or the solutions of any equation, okay, they can be different, or you might just get one root depending on a term called as discriminant. If you remember discriminant, D is b square minus 4ac. You would have studied that in 9th standard or even 10th, and even right now in maths. B square minus 4ac. If the discriminant is not 0, then you will get two roots. If the discriminant is 0, then both the roots will be equal. Okay, remember the roots were nothing but minus b plus or minus root of this divided by 2a. If d is 0, then you will not get plus or minus, you will just get one root. But if d is not 0, you will get two roots. But in that also there is a condition. What's that condition? In that the condition is, if under the root this d is less than 0, root of a negative number, that's imaginary, that's a non-real number. So when the discriminant is less than 0, the roots are imaginary or they are not real. Think of it that way. Or I would say they do not exist on the real plane. They will not be, you cannot show it on the real plane. Understand that? Yes, I hope that is clear. Okay. Now, similarly, if discriminant is more than 0, then both the roots are real. That's standard. You will get two roots or two solutions to that particular equation. And remember this, if somebody asks you the product of roots, it is c by a, and the sum of roots is minus b, minus b by a. You should know this. So if you add those roots, you get minus b by a. If you multiply those roots, that is c by a. Everybody remember this? Kishore, if you have not watched the other videos, then probably you might find it little bit tough. But this video will give you a fair idea of what is there in the chapter. So you can watch it, but even if you understand 30%, you should be happy with it. Don't expect you will understand 100% of the chapter. The reason of one-shot videos is to give you that push. Okay, listen, these things are needed. So you need to study this in detail. So after watching this, when you watch the videos, you will be like, this is how it is done. Oh, this is what sir was talking about. So you'll get that feeling. So you can watch it, no problem. Okay, well Zayed, your attendance is marked. Alright, welcome Salva Kumar. Okay, come on my warriors. Now, yes, KVPY mock sessions will start, Ankit, very soon. Just, wait a minute, alright, just hold on, it will start. Oops, let's start solving this question which is there on your screen. The displacement of a particle is given by x is t square plus t minus 4. At what time is the displacement 2 meters? Interesting question. Good evening, Shaikh Abdullah, welcome aboard. Hi Vijay Kishore. Okay, Kamlesh, hello, welcome. All those warriors who are joining in late, do not forget to smash the like button down there. And if you are new to this channel, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button so that you do not miss any of our classes on our channel. Okay, let's do this. This is obviously a quadratic equation. You can see that. Hi Deepshika, hi Ayapa, welcome aboard. Finally, Ankit always needs that. He needs me to call his name every time, only then he'll be satisfied, or else he will retract the message and then again he will post so that I notice him. Don't worry Ankit, I always notice you. Okay, so displacement of a particle is given by x is t square plus t minus 4. What time the displacement is 2? That means the value of x is 2. So therefore 2 is equal to t square plus t minus 4, correct? So therefore t square plus t minus 6 is equal to 0. Now how do you solve this equation? You will get two values. You will get two values, correct? So one is t plus 3 and another is t minus 2. because plus 3t minus 2t, that's how you will split it, factorize it. Everybody knows this. So therefore, t is equal to minus 3 or t is equal to 2 seconds. Now, out of these two values, one value is invalid. This is negative. This is negative number. So this is not valid. This is positive time. This is valid. So this is the final answer. Do not, even if the answer says minus 3 or option says minus 3, do not mark it, because negative time is not going to be feasible. You cannot go back in time. You can only go ahead in time. So negative root will be ignored in this case. Everybody clear? Very good. Excellent. Let's see whether you can solve the next question coming up on your screen. And yes, that's the answer. 2 seconds minus 3 is not possible. Okay. Moving on to the next question. I think we have to also show a graph of this. The velocity of a car as a function of time is this. Where is the velocity 2 meters per second? Okay, so come on, let's see how many of you can solve this before I complete writing this solution. Velocity of the car is 2 meters per second. That means 2 is equal to x square minus 8x plus 14. Therefore, x square minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now you know you have to factorize this. How will you do it? 6 into 2 is 12. Okay, so you are going to do this as x minus 6, or rather minus 6 into minus 2 is plus 12. So x minus 6 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 6 or x is equal to 2. That's the final answer. Will you take both the values? Very good, Jitesh. Very good, Arpan. Very good, Salva Kumari. Very good, very good, very good, Mohammed. Very good, Disha. Excellent, excellent. Very good. Yes. No, it's not a projectile. Don't worry about whether it is projectile or not. Just look at it from mathematics point of view for now. Very good. Yeah, just look at it from physics point of view. Yes, correct. Now, will you take both the values? Yes, because both x can be 2, 6, etc. What if, for example, let's say x came out to be minus 2 and plus 3. Which value will you choose? Which value will you choose? Will you choose minus 2? Or will you choose plus 3? Will you choose both? Okay. What will you do then? This is a very tricky question. Many of you are going to fail this. Okay. Example. Guys, you guys have made a mistake. Only very few people told it. Who is that? Crack with Google not told it. Yes, Mohammad Abdul also told this. Correct. You are going to choose both. Like, sir, what nonsense? I thought you have to ignore negative values. Guys, look at the quantity. Time can't be negative, but x coordinate can be negative, right? Who said coordinate cannot be negative? Obviously, you can choose it. Hence, both the values are acceptable. So, don't just go blindly via maths. Such a maths, okay, okay, negative value, ignore. Think, is it time? Is it pressure? Is it mass? Is it force? Is it velocity? Is it position? Some quantities can be negative. Some quantities cannot be negative. Accordingly, you can mark it. Understood? Oh? Yes, Jitesh. Now I hope you can understand this. Displacement, position, velocity, acceleration, all these quantities can be negative. Mass can't be negative. Time can't be negative. Pressure can't be negative. Volume can't be negative. Understand that. Okay? Clear? Oh? Now, if this much is clear, the graph. Remember, this is a quadratic equation. And the graph of a quadratic equation is always parabola, and to draw that parabola, whether it is like this or like this, check the coefficient of x square. If that coefficient of x square is positive, then it will be u. If it is negative, then it will be inverted u. In this case, it is plus 1. Plus 1 means it will be u-shaped. Cool. Also, substitute the value of x is equal to 0. If x is 0, okay, then what will happen? You will get v is equal to 14. That means in this graph of x versus velocity, when x is 0, velocity is 14. So the graph starts from 14 and it will be like this. Now, whether it becomes like this or whether it goes like this, whether it cuts through the x-axis or whether it does not cut through the x-axis depends on whether there are roots or whether there are no roots for this equation. So check the discriminant. Okay, this was 14. So what is the discriminant? Discriminant is b square minus 4ac. B square is minus 8 square minus 4 into a into c. So what is the discriminant? Is it positive or is it negative? Is it positive or is it negative? Yes, it's a smiling parabola. Yes, it is positive. Yep. Come on, come on. I'll tell you EGL Salgram answer is 6 and 2 both. If you said only 6, that is wrong. Both the answers are correct. Be careful. Yes, it is positive. That means it will cut. So therefore, roots, real roots exist. So therefore, that graph will cut like this. Now, in the given question, okay, in the given question, what has been asked? Where is the velocity to? So this is velocity, this is displacement. So velocity is 2. That means here it will be 2 meters per second. It is over here. You can see that. Once over here. And again it is 2 meters per second over here. It is becoming twice. Yes, twice. And this value is 2 meter. This is 2 meter. And this value you can see, this is 6 meter. So this is 2 meters per second 2 times. Now I hope graphically you have understood it. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Understood? Oh, clear? Oh? Yes or no? Come on. Yep, very good. Also, it will have this minima. If somebody asks you where exactly is this minima or where is this minimum point, it will be exactly midpoint of these two. This graph is symmetric. Remember, this is the line of symmetry. This is the line of symmetry. This is the line of symmetry of this parabola. This is a parabola. This curve is called as a parabola. So if this is 2, this is 6, what will this point be? 2 plus 6 divided by 2. Yep, it is 8 by 2, which is 4 meters. So this point will be 4 meters. Keep this in mind. This is exactly midpoint. Yep, very good. Excellent. So EGL diagram, I have taught how to draw these graphs in bridge course. Check out the bridge course. And plus, you should have attended the maths classes which are of 11th standard. I hope you are a 11th standard student and you have attended parabola and, or rather I would say quadratic equations of maths. Have you attended that, bacha? Please let me know. If you have not attended it, then you will face difficulty. Second thing, you would have studied these things probably in your 10th standard also. Else, if you have not studied, no problem. It was taught in maths as well as it was taught in bridge course. Please check it out. Okay, that's what you should do. Yep, very good, very good. All right. So where to find the bridge course? I'll tell you. It's going to be here. It's just go to Enthuse channel. If you're watching it right now, go to playlist, guys, and go down like this. Yep. Go to physics part. All right. Just go to physics. And in physics, you're going to see bridge course. You can see this bridge course. Just click on that. You're going to see a lot of videos out here. Basic maths and physics, quadratic and algebra, basic maths, kinematics, basic maths, kinematics, and units and dimensions and vectors and 1D motion, entire one marathon session. So click on this lecture and watch this. Okay, so this is the lecture which you should watch. In this lecture, I have, covered all these graphs and how to draw these graphs, etc. You can see that it's all done over here. Yep, it's all there. Okay, cool. Great. Yes, JEE advanced questions will be tricky, bacha, obviously. Yep, obviously. If JEE advanced was very easy, then IITs would not have that name and everybody would clear it and nobody would have coaching for that and nobody would spend so much time on self-study. Okay, so obviously it's tricky, you need your mind for that. Next, componendo dividendo. Now in componendo dividendo, remember, it's applicable for ratios. Whenever you have a ratio, P by Q is equal to some other ratio. If two ratios are equal, okay, if two ratios are equal, then what and all results follow? You can add numerator to the denominator divided by denominator. Then you have to do the same thing on the RHS. Numerator plus denominator divided by denominator. That's it. Okay, Sheikh Abdullah, just post up a comment after the video. I'll reply to your comments on which books you should use for physics. Okay, yes, this is property. When you add the numerator and the denominator on the numerator side, that is called as componendo. The next property is dividendo. Numerator minus denominator divided by denominator is numerator minus denominator divided by denominator on the RHS. That's what is dividend when you subtract it. That's it. And when you do both of them together, in fact, you can think about it. If you divide this with this, Q cancels, S cancels. Numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. Numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. That property is called as componendo dividendo collectively. Okay, so that's componendo dividendo property. More often you will use it whenever you see some ratios and some plus and minus signs on the top and at the bottom. That's it. Okay, so that's what you should know. All right, so keep this in mind. Componendo is when you add, dividend is when you subtract on the numerator side, and when you do componendo dividendo both, plus on the numerator, minus on the denominator. That's it. This is true only if the initial ratios are equal, else this will not be true. Keep this in mind. Yes, bacha, NIT mein B arc is very good, Akshita. Yes, I have done a session on B arc. Just search my session. B arc, Shreyas Sir. You will get a session pop up. Okay, just watch that session. I have talked about which colleges are good and what to do for B arc and all of that. Placements also are good. Yes, it's good. Watch that session. I have conducted an interview of an expert. Just watch that. The maximum to minimum net force by two forces acting together are in the ratio of 5:2. Then the ratio of the larger to the smaller forces. Let's see how many of you can do this. Okay. No, it is not only componendo or only dividendo. It is collectively called componendo and dividendo. Okay, so let's do this. When you have two forces, when do you think the forces will be maximum? The forces will be maximum when both the forces F1 and F2 act in the same direction. Then you will see that the net force, net is maximum, correct? The net force is maximum. If you push, both people push in the same direction, net force will be maximum. And when do you think the net force will be minimum? When one of them is here and the other one of them is opposite to it. Then the net force, the net is minimum. Obviously you're partially cancelling out. I'm not exactly cancelling it out because one might be large, one might be small. So the question says maximum by minimum. That means F1 plus F2, okay, divided by F1 minus F2. That's what is given. This ratio is given to be 5/2. Now when two ratios are equal, what can you do? You can always use componendo dividendo, and you can see some plus and minus sign over here. So all you need to do is, look at this, numerator, which is F1 plus F2 upon numerator F1 plus F2. Now on the top, add the denominator. Denominator is F1 minus F2. Over below, subtract it. Okay, not plus, it's minus. So it is F1 minus F2's subtraction. This will be also the same thing here, 5 plus 2 upon 5 minus 2. That's what you need to do. And here you can see a lot of things get cancelled, like F2 gone. Here F1 gone. What will I get on the LHS over here? Think about it. F1 and F1. It will be 2F1, and here I'll get 2F2, of course. This will be 5 plus 2 is 7, 5 minus 2 is 3. But over here again you can see this 2 and this 2 cancels. So F1 by F2 is 7/3. That's the final answer. Very good. Is that clear now? Is that clear? Thank you, Jiva, for all the love. All right. Can you crack JEE in 4 months? Oh my God. Guys, please answer all these questions. Guys, you are my warriors. You should answer and take care of the chat as well. You guys are supposed to be like our mascots. You guys are supposed to be our caretakers, chat handlers. You are our warriors. Warriors guard, our territory. So you should know how to answer to these things. Yeah, very good. All right, chalo. Let's get moving to the next question. So that was 7:3, correct. Next question. So binomial expansion, very, very important. Very, very important, approximation. Bacha, don't worry, for NEET, I'm going to wish you all the best on Biotonic on Friday morning, 9 o'clock. Be there, I'll wish you there, okay? I'll wish you all the best over there, don't worry. Okay, so binomial expansion is used when you have something which is very small and added to 1, or it could be minus also, doesn't matter, and it is raised to some power, then it approximately equals to 1 plus nx. This whole expression or approximation is called as binomial approximation. Example, let's say 1.0005 or 6, okay, whole raised to 7. Instead of using your calculator, what you can do, it could be 7, it could be 100 also, doesn't matter. This is approximately 1 plus n is 7. So 7 into x, which is point. Now look at this. This is actually 1 plus 0.0005. So do you see this is actually x? This is your 1. 1 plus x whole raised to n form. This 7 is your n. So 7 into 0.0005. That's how it is. Everybody got it? This is how you can simplify the problem. This becomes very easy to solve. You don't have to break your head. Or 1.005 multiplication. Oh my god, I have to do this first. So first multiply this. Okay, this multiply, find the answer. Then again multiply it with 1.005 and you have to do it 7 times. Crazy, right? Look at the calculations that will be required. It will be crazy. So it avoids all this calculation and you can do it in a very simple manner. Proof has been, it will be taken care in maths. Don't worry about the proofs in physics. Physics may just look at the application. Okay, don't look at the proofs and all of that in this case. Oh, by the way, keep this in mind. This is only valid when x is very small. You cannot do it for something like this. 1 plus 0.7 whole raised to 3 is definitely not equal to 1 plus 3 into 0.7, because 0.7 is comparable to 1. It's not less than. Okay, so it is not equal to. Remember that. Okay, so let's do a question based on this. Yep, for x much less than 1. Kalyani, I have given this formula in my bridge course. Please check it out. Those of you who are not familiar, please check out the bridge course, which is there again in the playlist. Just check it out. I have discussed this. Okay, all right, cool. Now one more interesting question. Find the time period of a pendulum. The formula is already given to you. 2 pi root L by G. Given the length is 102 centimeters and the value of G is pi square meters per second square. Let's try and solve this question. First of all, the length is given to be 102 centimeter. Can I say this 102 centimeters in meters is 1.02 meters? 1.02 meters? Okay. Now look at the time period. The time period is 2 pi under root 1.02 and the value of G, you can calculate it, 3.14 square. Just try and do this, 3.14 square. If you do it, roughly it will be very close to 9.8. Okay, so that's why this approximation holds true. You can write this as pi square. Now pi square, when it comes out, it will cancel with this pi. So it will become 2 root 1.02. Everybody fine till this point? That pi got cancelled out. Now those who are wondering, sir, you have not yet taught oscillations. Guys, the point over here is to ignore that part and just concentrate on how to use binomial expansion for solving physics questions. Learn the application. Don't ask, sir, where did this formula come from? This I'm going to teach you in SHM. It's going to come after rotation and all of that. Don't worry about it. Okay, just concentrate on the application. Now the moment you see this, try to think about binomial some way or the other. Yes, try to think about binomial. How can you think about binomial? Look at this. This is 2 into 1 plus 0.02. Root is nothing but power of half. So 1 plus 0.02 whole raised to half. Everybody getting it? So now I can write this as 1 plus x whole raised to n is 1 plus n, which is half, into x, which is 0.02. This is approximate. So therefore this will become 2 into 1 plus 1.01, which is nothing but, how much is it? 2 into 1.01, which is approximately nothing but 2.02 seconds. That's the final answer. That's it. Guys, now don't you see this is so easy to solve? Yeah, this is so easy to solve. Alright, welcome Lavani. Alright, so easy. If you had to calculate root of 1.02, you would break your head to find it by some other method. So now it becomes, very easy. Yep, very good. Alright. My God, sometimes when I take classes, I feel that you guys are reporters and I am some police officer or some politician who has just come out of the parliament or the police station or the crime scheme. Sir, क्या लगता है आपको JEE स्कैम के बारे में? क्या लग रहा है आपको इसके बारे में? क्या राय है आपकी? ये देखो, ये है वो आदमी जिसने इसका खून किया. ये देखो, इस पार्टी के इस MP इसके साथ भाग गए. कौन है ये? आपको इसके बारे में क्या लगता है? Oh my God, sometimes I really feel that. Yeah, thank you guys. I feel honored. But what do I feel about the JEE scam? It is pathetic. Yeah. Yeah. Why can't we take square root of 1.02 as approximately 1? Maybe Jitesh, the options themselves are not 1. Maybe the options had 1.01, 1.02, 1.03. Then you need to find it till second decimal. And I hope you know in JEE means there are questions which require you to find the answer till second decimal accuracy. Yes, there are some questions. So that's why you might have to find it out. If the answer was, option itself was 1, then probably you will ignore it. Yeah. Okay. EGL is asking, sir, I don't know Hindi. Please say in English. Guys, please translate. Sorry guys, it just came out, okay? Sorry for using Hindi, but yeah. All right. So, anyways, let's get moving to the next one. Now, parallax. A lot of people used to ask, sir, what the hell is this parallax method? Okay, no problem, Dharan. It's okay, it's okay. Now, before calculus, last thing, parallax. Guys, have you traveled in train? Please tell yes. Have you traveled in bus? Please say yes. Have you traveled in car? Please say yes. And have you looked at the mountains and the trees and the buildings? You see probably the object near you moving backwards. With respect to that object, the object behind it moving forward. Have you seen that kind of varied notion? Look at this. The tree moves behind. The mountain is also moving behind. But with respect to the tree, the mountain is moving ahead. Something like that. Have you seen that? Yeah, relative. Yeah, moon coming with us. The most fascinating thing. Kids looking at the moon when you and getting fascinated and telling their parents, hey, look at that. The moon is following us. So cool. All right. Anyways, now the thing is, all this is because of parallax. Now, what is parallax? I'll tell you what. Simple thing. Very simple thing. Everybody having two eyes, what you do is take a finger, put it in front of you, and watch it against something. Watch it against something. Okay? Now, you will see the finger here. Now, close one eye and look at the finger. Okay? You will see the finger in front of some object. Now, open the other eye and close the other eye. You will see the finger will shift. That shift is happening because you are observing it from two different locations. When you close one eye, you are observing it from here. When you close the other eye, you are observing it from here. So that shift happens apparent. This is called as parallax effect. Now this can be used for finding out, this can be used for finding out the distance between different bodies. Yes, the distance from Earth to Sun, the distance from the star to the Earth, or the distance of some other celestial body, very far away body, which is relatively at rest. You can find that distance from the Earth by simple mechanisms. All you need to do is, for example, you should have one friend. Everybody who has one friend, please raise your hand. Yeah, you should have one friend in life. So this is basically, okay, let's say this is Pandu. Somebody is there over here. Who is it? Pandu. So Pandu is standing over here at point A. Okay, who is Pandu's friend? Pandu actually has a girlfriend. Okay, so don't have girlfriends, but at least have a friend. Okay, so that's Pandu's girlfriend out here, and that's beautiful Champa. We all know that. All right. And what do? They have watches. They have synchronized watches. And what they do is they decide, aaj raat 7 baje, tonight at 7 o'clock, below, yeah, when the moon is just going to be up in the sky, yeah, it's a date night, and they're going to date from 2 different places. It's a virtual date, yeah. And what they're going to do, they're going to carry their watches, they're going to carry their measuring instruments, and they are going to look at the star, and they'll be like, hey, can you see the star up in the sky? I'm like, yeah, I can see the star. Okay, let's take out our compasses, let's take out our protractors and measure the angle at which, I can see the star with respect to the ground. How romantic. I mean, look at that. So these two are separated by this distance. They know how far they are. There could be 3 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 100 kilometers, I don't know. There are 2 different places on Earth, and they look at that same star or the same body from 2 different angles. Now, if you know this angle and if you know this angle, think about it, you can easily find this angle over here. You can easily find this angle over here. Everybody getting this point? Everybody getting this point? Very good. Now, once you know this angle, think this object is not very close. This diagram is highly exaggerated. This is not very close. Strictly speaking, Pandu and Champa are actually very close. That body is somewhere here, and both of them are going to see that body like this. This angle will be very small. Okay, this angle is very, very small angle. Everybody understood this? This object is over here. So can I not think as if this is the center of a circle, this is an arc over here? Can I not say this is actually like an arc and this is nothing but like the radius? Everybody getting this? This is arc, this is the radius, and that's the radius which I want to find. So that radius is nothing but that distance which we need to find. And what's the relationship between radius, arc length and angle? Everybody knows this. Arc length is equal to radius multiplied by angle, but keep this in mind, this angle should be in radians. If it is not in radians, please convert it into radians. That's it. Everybody got this? That's the logic behind measuring the distance. This is the method by which scientists and astronomers have measured the distance of distant bodies by making girlfriends or boyfriends and who are standing at 2 different places and measuring and asking them out on a date and measuring the angles of that particular celestial body at the same time. Alright, that's what you can do. I hope this is clear. Very good. Excellent. Now let's solve a question based on this. Very interesting question. The parallax of distant planets as measured from 2 diametrically opposite ends of the Earth. Oh my God, like literally they have fought and gone places. One Pandu is here, the Champa is here. From 2 different points they are measuring or they are looking at the same object which is very far, and the parallax angle, alright, this angle which is there is 2 minutes. The distance of the planet from the Earth is how much? Okay, chalo, let's do this question. Okay, a lot of laughter out there, I can see that. Thank you guys. You guys are very attentive and very smart to understand my jokes. Okay, chalo. So what we need to do, what is this? This angle is given. Now, a lot of you might be like, sir, what is this 2 minutes? I heard of degrees and radian. What the hell is 2 minutes? Guys, how many minutes is 1 degree? 60 minutes is 1 degree. Keep this in mind. So this angle, when I say it is 2 minutes, it is nothing but, 2 into 1 by 60 of a degree. So 2 into 1 by 60, which is nothing but, 1 by 30 degree. Okay, that is theta. This distance r is what I want to find. This distance, the distance from the Earth and this body. And this distance, that's something which I know. This is nothing but the arc length approximately. This is like an arc. Think about it. When you are really far, this diameter will roughly be, a straight line, which is also almost curved line. that is arc length, which is 2 times of 6 or basically the diameter. I will just put it over here as the diameter. Okay, this is nothing but the diameter. So all that I have to write is nothing but the diameter. The diameter is r, which I want to find, into the angle. Okay, that angle, that's all. So just substitute it. This is 6400 kilometers, so into 10 to the power 3 meters. R, I do not know. Angle, well, that's 1 by 30 degrees. Do not forget that. It's in degrees, so multiply it by pi and divide it by 180 to convert it into radians. That's what you need to do. That's it. Now you just solve this, and the value of r will be nothing but 64 into 10 to the power 5 divided by, and that pi will come below, and the 3 and 1/8 will go on the top. Yep, 3 and 1/8 will go on the top, into 10 to the power 2, and 10 to the power 5 will become 10 to the power 7. So solve this, you will get the answer. Yep, that's it. Understood? Clear, everyone? So most of the times the answer, the given information might be in some different units. Convert it into radians, or first convert it into degrees and then convert it into radians. And remember, r theta is length of the arc. So length of the arc will be given. This will be unknown. This angle will be somehow given to you. That's all. Simple, right? That's it. Yeah. So a lot of you are like, sir, what the hell is parallax method? Now you know it. Never miss a problem on parallax method. Okay, very good. So the answer comes out to be 2.2 into 10 to the power 10 meters. That's huge. Yeah, that's very huge. Okay, now let's go to calculus. Diamond clear, says Selva Kumari. Roshni also says clear. Swarlin also says clear. Chaitra, Ishpreet, Zayad, Jitesh. Very good, Kalyani. Very good. Very good. Vernier caliper and screw gauge are important for NEET? Yes. No, today's session is basic math. Basic maths does not involve vernier caliper and micrometer. They are measuring instruments. They are completely different. Perfecto. Now guys, before we go to calculus, a quick reminder. All those of you who are in pro subscription or who do not know about pro subscription, let me tell you, there are lots of tests available for you. After every class, you get assignment. Okay? And after every chapter or so, after every 3 weeks, you have a test. After few chapters, you have a big test, and after few tests you have advanced tests, and every now and then you have benchmark tests. So lots of tests for you guys, and these tests are not just for the sake of giving. You get analysis. What are your weak points? What are your strong points? Are you making more silly mistakes? Accuracy is bad or accuracy is good? Conceptual mistakes, formula mistakes, all those reports come to you. Based on that reports, we give you calls and we give you suggestions which courses you need to take so that you can overcome this, or what is the actionable based on that. All this based on your report cards, and after every class, like I said, you get assignments. You can solve them again and again, and after every chapter you get chapter assignments also. So a lot of material for all of you. I hope all the pro subscription students, whether it is light, whether it is classic, or whether it is pro plus, you guys are using it. And those of you are not yet in pro subscription, you should definitely consider joining the pro subscription, because all these things matter. Because a lot of coaching institutes do not give you good amount of tests, good amount of reports, good amount of feedback, or good amount of assignments on a daily basis for you guys to solve a lot of problems have adequate practice. So please check that out if you are in the pro subscription. Now, okay, let's get going. Let's get going. Kalyani already knows that because she is a part of some coaching and they're not giving good material. So no problem, Kalyani, we are here. So we'll try to do as much as possible out here. All right, let's get moving. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, Chatra, you can say sis also. Okay. Now, easier. I hope one day you will start loving physics, probably by attending my lectures. Let's quickly go to basic maths, calculus part. Whenever you are given position and you want to find velocity, velocity is rate of change of position. So it is dx by dt. Remember that. It is the derivative. This dx is small displacement and this dt is nothing but small time. So velocity is rate of change of position. Rate of change, how quickly your position changes. Change of displacement or position. Now, how quickly your velocity changes, that's acceleration. Rate of change of velocity. And if you know velocity, again taking the derivative, this dv represents small change in velocity. Change in velocity upon time gives you acceleration. This is instantaneous value. Remember, when I write delta v by delta t, that acceleration is average. When I write delta x by delta t, that velocity is also average. When I reduce this time to dt, this delta also becomes dx. That gives you instantaneous velocity. Here it gives you instantaneous acceleration. Remember, rate of change of anything is always associated with slope. So when I say rate of change of position with the time, it means I am finding the slope of position with time. If I say rate of change of velocity with respect to time, how quickly velocity changes as time progresses, that means I am asking you what is the slope of velocity with time. Remember, slope is nothing but whenever you have a curve, if you draw a tangent, okay, the slope is nothing but tan of theta. Tan theta is nothing but slope. And what is theta? Theta is the angle made by the tangent with the horizontal axis. So more the theta, more the tan, more the slope. Less the theta, less the tan, less the slope. So that's nothing but the slope. Now the downward process is derivative. The exact opposite process of derivatives is called integration. So when you have acceleration and you go to velocity, you integrate, which is antiderivative. Antiderivative of acceleration or integration of acceleration gives you velocity. Integration of velocity gives you position. Keep this in mind. I hope this is, everybody is remembering all these things, concepts. And remember, whenever you have velocity time graph, the area under it gives you delta x. Similarly, when you have area under acceleration time graph, okay, the area under acceleration time graph never gives you velocity, it always gives you change in velocity. Always the area gives you change. Remember this, very, very important. Clear? So these concepts will be very useful for you guys to solve questions on derivatives. These are standard formulas which you should know. Let's quickly revise them. Derivative of a constant is 0. Constant will not change, so derivative is 0. Integration of 0 is a constant. Keep this in mind because these are all opposite processes. The integration of 0 will be a constant. Okay. Derivative of x is 1. So integration of 1 is x. What is this c called? C is nothing but constant of integration. Everywhere you will see constant because imagine if I take the derivative of x cube plus some number 7, derivative of 7 is 0, derivative of x cube is 3x square. So that's why when I go reverse, I always put some constant which could have been there, so that when I differentiated it, probably that constant would have become 0. So when I go reverse, you always give it some benefit of the doubt and always put some constant. How do you find the constant? By using other pieces of information. You will see some problems and then you will understand how to get this. This kind of integration is called as indefinite integration whenever you have this constant c. Okay, this is called indefinite integration. I hope you remember this. But whenever you put some limits, you put some number L1 and L2, okay, and then you integrate that function. You always put the upper limit first, which is L2, and then you put the lower limit, which is L1, and then subtract them. This is called as definite integration. You put the upper limit and lower limit and then subtract those values, then you get the definite integration. C value will cancel. Recollect that. Okay, derivative of x raised to n, nx raised to n minus 1. Integration of x raised to n, come on, everybody participate and try to say it in your mind 100 times, 10 times, 5 times at least, so that it gets embedded in your head. Integration of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. C is always there. E raised to x, maybe you have not yet studied E, but you can remember it. E raised to x is E raised to x. Be it derivative or be it integration. You will learn about E in logarithm chapter, but if you do not know, ignore it. Okay, same thing. Log of x's derivative is 1 by x. This is ln. Ln stands for log. And integration of 1 by x is log of x. If you have not yet studied log, please ignore it. It's okay. Okay. Similarly, all these formulas for log, ignore it if you have not yet studied it. Derivative of sine is cos. So integration of cos is sine. Derivative of cos is minus sine. So integration of sine is minus cos. Lastly, derivative of tan is sec square x, and derivative of sec square x, sorry, integration of sec square x is tan of x. That's what you need to know. Alright, great. Let's do some questions. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you questions on logarithms because you have not yet studied, most of you might not have studied it, but these formulas will eventually come when you learn it in maths. Let's start doing some questions based on this. Here is the first question coming up on your screen. The displacement time graph is given and the question is, find the ratio of the two velocities. Come on my warriors, start figuring this out. I'm very good, Shakti. Welcome aboard. Come on, everybody should give the answers very quickly. It's not that difficult. Jitesh saying A. Okay, crack with Gokulnath and Lakshminath. Narsimhan saying D. Vijay also saying D. Okay, most of you are saying D. Okay, so this is x versus time. And remember, whenever you have displacement time, position time graph, the velocity is nothing but the slope of x versus time. Now what is slope? Slope is nothing but tan theta. So that's it. So V1 by V2 is tan 30 divided by tan 45. Tan 30, 1 by root 3. Tan 45, 1. Hence the answer is 1 by root 3. That's it. Done, done, done. Let's move on to the next question. Very, very easy. So one of the slope was 30, tan 30, one of the slope was tan 45. As simple as that. Okay, yes, that's the answer. Option D. Next question coming up on your screen now. Beautiful. Proud of you, my warriors. The displacement of a body along the x-axis depends on its time. So x is a function of time like this. Then the velocity of the body. Well, let me tell you, you cannot just imagine and get the answer. You have to use derivatives and then only you will get it. Okay, very good, Kalyani. If you're doing it third time, now it will go in your head. You'll never make a mistake if such a question comes. Very good, Jesus child. All right, Jitesh. EGL, it was not A, bacha, it was D. Be careful. It was 1 by root 3. Yep, Mickey, that's correct, bacha. Very good. Chalo, chalo, come on, think about it. Use derivatives. Think, how are you going to get this? It's not that difficult. I'm pretty sure you can get it. Root x is t plus 1. I think you might have to square it. Come on, come on, come on. Some of you are saying A. Okay, let's say, I don't know. Maybe it is A, maybe it is B, maybe it is C, maybe it is D. Vijay also saying A. Okay, Sundarajan saying A. Sure. Alright, Sheikh Abdul also saying A. Okay, Swarlina also saying A. I think you should square it. So when you square it, x will become t plus 1 whole square. What is t plus 1 whole square? It is t square plus 2t plus 1. Now velocity. Velocity is dx by dt. That means it is derivative of t square plus 2t plus 1. So therefore v is derivative of t square nx raised to n minus 1. So n is 2, x raised to n minus 1. So t raised to 2 minus 1 plus 2 into, this is actually t raised to 1. So it will be 1 into t raised to 1 minus 1, correct? Plus 1 is a constant, so derivative is 0. So what am I going to get? Velocity is 2t plus t raised to 0, that's 1 guys. So it will be just 2. So don't you see, as time increases, velocity also increases. So it's obvious. So when the time increases, velocity increases, hence it increases with time. As simple as that. Very good. Excellent. Proud of you. EGL Sigram. Please don't spam, bacha. Write it once. Everybody can see, okay? Maintain discipline. All right. Let's get moving to the next question. I know you guys are very excited. You are very eager to tell the answer. It's okay. All right. Let's get moving to the next question coming up on your screen now. Very interesting question. Probably, hint, integration. Why? Because it's mentioned in the question a point mass which starts from rest has some velocity. P is some constant. Then distance. Remember the table? Distance or position, velocity, acceleration. When you go down, it's derivatives. When you go up, it's integration. So from velocity to displacement. That's your hint. Come on, my warriors. Think about it. Thank you, Roshni, for lighting up the chat box. Come on, come on, come on, my warriors. Whoa, Ankit, you had a class test. Glad to know that. And you got 9 out of 10. ऐसे ही करते रहो बच्चा, and I hope you score really well very soon when you get your term 1 examinations. All the best for all of you. People are confused between B and C. Okay, I can see that. People are confused. No problem. We are going to solve the question. So velocity is given and we have to find out x. So let's see what we can do. See guys, V is 4t and we have just now studied that x, or rather delta x, okay, is integral of velocity with respect to time. Okay, in case you remember it, we had actually put this as x is equal to integral v dt plus c. Keep this in mind. So if I put definite integral, then it will be nothing but, you know, x2 minus x1, that c won't be there, from t1 to t2. That's how it will look like in definite form. Okay, if you use constant, then it will be slightly lengthy, but that is also fair enough. Now x2 minus x1, the particle starting from rest has some velocity, has a velocity that increases with time, the distance covered. So x2 minus x1 is exactly the distance which it has traveled, is integral, v is nothing but 4t and into dt, t1 it starts, matlab time is 0 till 2 seconds. First 2 seconds, matlab from 0 to 2 seconds. 4 is a constant which will come outside. So integration of t raised to 1 is nothing but t raised to 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1. Everybody remembers this? And I'll just put the upper limit and the lower limit. I'm just showing you all the steps. I can skip many of these steps just so that you understand I'm writing down all these steps. In the initial periods, you should also write down all these steps till you get a proper grip on this particular topic. So this will be 4. So this will be t square by 2. Now in that t, you put 2 first. So it will be 2 square by 2 and then you put t as 0. So 0 square by 2. That's what you should write. You have to first substitute upper and then you substitute lower and then subtract them. So obviously this is 4 into 4 divided by 2. That's going to be 8 meters. So where is 8 meters? It's option C, guys. Yep, pakka C. Yes, it is. Very good. I hope everybody got this. The answer is 8 meters. Very good. Those of you wrote C. Some of you wrote B. Probably you made a small silly mistake. You forgot that divided by 2 or you made some divided by 4 or something. Perfecto. Excellent. Next question coming up on your screen. Beautiful question. Acceleration is given. You have to find displacement. Hint. Position, velocity, acceleration. When you go down, derivatives. When you go up, integration. But if you want to go from acceleration to position, think there is no direct way. There is an indirect way. So what you need to do? Think about it. What you need to do? That's your hint. From acceleration, if you want to go to position, what do you need to do first and what do you need to do next? So that's, yes, correct, crack with Gokulnath. You need to integrate first and then you again need to integrate. That's your hint. Let's see how many of you can give the answer quickly. Hi Tarun, welcome aboard. Welcome GameX Emperor, welcome aboard. Come on, start solving the questions on your screen right now. Okay, they were saying option C. I don't know, it could be C. A fatal mistake, it should start on Monday. Yep, it should start on Monday. That's the batch for 11th standard. Swarlina also saying C. GameX Emperor also saying C. Okay, I don't know. Hi Vishwas. All those of you who are joining in a little bit late, make sure you please hit the subscribe button so that you do not miss the next class. Turn on the bell notification so that you get notified. And if you have already done that, please smash the like button right away. Do that. Okay, let's do this. So acceleration is varying linearly with time and it is bt. So acceleration is bt. Now we all know that velocity is integral acceleration with respect to time, and I can put some constant. Therefore, velocity will be b is outside, it's a constant, integral t dt plus c. So this will be nothing but, okay, b into t square by 2 plus c. Now it's given that the initial velocity was v naught. That means if t is equal to 0, basically initial, then velocity was v naught. So substitute it. Therefore v naught is equal to 0 plus c. That means c is equal to v naught. Therefore I'll get velocity is b t square by 2 plus v naught. This is velocity. This is the first step of my problem. I have to find velocity when acceleration is given, and then from velocity I will jump to position. Now we all know x is integral v dt plus constant. So take this and substitute it over here. So bt square plus v naught. So it will be b by 2 integral t square dt. I will split the terms plus v naught integral dt plus c. I've just split it, okay? I just split it, nothing else. Now the next step, integrate. So this is b by 2. T square's integral is nothing but t cube by 3. Oh, by the way, I'm going by the indefinite way because I'm putting that constant. I could have done it by definite also, answer will be same. Plus v naught, integral of dt is just t plus c. Now it is clearly mentioned, it starts from the origin. That means if time is 0, that is initially, x is also 0. So substituting that, I'll get 0 is equal to 0 plus c. Therefore c is 0. Therefore x is nothing but b t cube divided by 6 plus v naught into t. Is there an option like that? Yep. Can you see that? Option A. Can you see that, guys? Yep. It is not D, it is option A. Be careful. Some of you are saying C and D. Guys, be careful. It is option A. Okay. How are you doing these problems without forgetting? Oh my God, Krish, you asked me a very dangerous question. Oh my God. First of all, I'm not forgetting. Or rather, I'm not remembering in the first place. Because there is nothing to remember in this problem. Okay? We are solving this problem just by looking at the problem. It's not like, oh, I'm by hearting. Oh my God. No, nobody can do that. Nobody should do that. Maths cannot be by hearted. Physics cannot be by hearted. No, you cannot do that. Never do that. Okay? So don't by heart, always learn. Okay? I know the problem is many teachers, many schools teach you this problem has to be done in this way. This problem has to be done in this way. Nah, don't do like that. Try to think why to do this. Achha, kyun aisa kiya? Aisa kyun kiya? Oh, why, when to do this? What if this is there? What if that is not there? Oh, what to do if this is given? When you think that way, then you learn. Then you don't remember. So always try to learn. And best thing to learn is try to explain it to someone. You have so many friends, try to tell it to them. Hey, listen, today I learned binomial. Let me teach you binomial. Teach them. When you teach, you might make mistakes. It's okay. You will learn even better. How many of you have tried teaching some of your friends? Let me know in the chat box. I know, right, Roshni? Thank you for understanding and showing that empathy towards me. Yeah, some of you have tried that. And do you guys agree that when you teach someone, you learn even better? Oh, somebody is doing it on a daily basis. Yes, crack it, Google that, I know. So try doing that. And that's why forming groups is important. Have you seen in newspapers that especially, 5 students from this institute went into IIT? Not just in newspapers, I have seen it live over the years. A group of students always goes into some college or clears an exam. Reason? They all sit together, explain each other, help each other, solve each other's doubt. Everybody goes into the same college or gets similar ranks. So that's why having like-minded people, a proper group is very important, where you discuss, debate. You might make mistakes, but you don't judge the person. Never ever judge a student. Never ever judge somebody who is trying to teach you, or never ever judge a person who is trying to explain something to you, because you know they might make 100 mistakes, but help that person. Hey, you know what? This is what I think it should be. Debate. Healthy debate is very good, and trust me, you will learn a lot. So try this, bacha. Don't try to by heart anything. All right, that option was A. Let's move on to the next question. Very interesting question. Modulus function. There is a bee which flies. Doesn't matter whether it was a bee, whether it was a bird, whether it was a dinosaur. Doesn't matter. From point A to point B in 4 seconds with velocity of t minus 2 modulus meters per second. The distance between A and B in meters is, let's see. Glad so many of you agree. Oh my god, so Alina used to teach the wall. That's very interesting. Oh, that's very tricky, huh? It's very difficult. Some people also do this, trying to teach the mirror, or basically yourself standing in front of a mirror. Yeah, it was fun in school days. I'm telling you, it will be even more fun now, Shivam. Okay, come, let's sing A. Interesting. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. Is it 2 meters? Is it 4? Is it 6? Or is it something else? Okay. All right. Let's do this question. I'll tell you what. I will not even write equations. I will do it graphically. Why? Because displacement between 2 points is area under velocity time graph. So I don't have to actually integrate. And I'll tell you why I don't have to integrate, because this is a straight line equation. Whenever I see straight line, I get excited, because yeah, things are going to be simple. Okay, let's try and do this. This is time. This is velocity. Imagine it was just t minus 2. Okay, velocity was just t minus 2. If it was just t minus 2, try to compare it with y is equal to mx plus c. C is minus 2, m is 1, correct? And x is t. So the slope is 1, the intercept is minus 2. That means the graph will be like this, right? The graph will be straight line like this. Think about it. Everybody agrees with this? This point would have been minus 2. This is 0. Now, what is this? This is modulus. The question says V is modulus of t minus 2. That means velocity always has to be positive. Where is velocity? Negative. It's here in this region. So just take the mirror image. Just take the mirror image. So when you take the mirror image, it becomes modulus. Whatever is there below, shift it on the top. Because modulus of minus 2, 2. Modulus of minus 0.5, 0.5. Modulus of any negative number, that equal positive number. Everybody knows that. Absolute value. Whatever is there on the top, keep it on the top. That does not get affected. That's how it is. And if this is minus 2, this will be 2. Oh, by the way, what was this point? What would be this point? Everybody knows. What will this point be? Where is velocity 0? Velocity is 0 when t is equal to how much? Velocity will be 0 when t is equal to how much? T will be equal to 2 seconds. Correct? This will be also 2 seconds. Got it? Now, the question says in 4 seconds, what's the displacement? Achha, if this is 2, 4 seconds will be here. And again, this 2 will exactly match with this 4. Everybody getting it? By symmetry, because this downward slope and upward slope will be same. So whatever is the decrease will be the increase in the next 2 seconds. Now the question says, what's the displacement? That means you have to find this area, obviously. So the area under the graph. So that area will be twice the area of that triangle. So that will be 2 into half into base into height. So that's going to be 4 meters. That's it. Did you see? I did not actually end up integrating. What a beautiful question. Did you love it? Yes, you can watch this for any class. Yeah, in fact, this is for class 11th student only, bacha. Yeah, this is for class 11th only. Okay, Harsh? Join in. Nurture series for 11th. Pathfinder for 12th. But a 12th student can also watch 11th classes. No harm. In fact, it will be good revision for him. In fact, they should watch it so that all the concepts will get revised. Free revision ho raha hai. You should definitely not miss it. What a beautiful way of solving it. Okay, the answer is 4 meters. Next question coming up on your screen. Okay, some students are even from 9th and 10th. Chori chupe. They have come over here, and even 9th and 10th students are also here. And I'm really proud of you guys. Those students who are in 9th, 10th, 8th also probably. Thank you, Sujan Bacha. Okay. All right, Vaishnavi. All right, let's get moving. Particle located at 0 at t is equal to 0 starts moving as a function. Velocity is a function of x. Is a root x. A is not acceleration. Okay. A is some constant. Don't get confused. Okay. So then the displacement of the particle varies with time as. Very interesting question. Thank you, Jiva 3. Thank you for all the 3 hearts. Oh, there are more than 3 hearts. 4, 5 hearts. Oh, Karuna, you are from 10th. My God, I should be proud if you guys are understanding it. Kalyani is like, koi 11th ka bhi to attend kar lo. Okay, very good, Shashwat. Congrats and see you tomorrow morning 9 o'clock in the JEE advanced session. Okay. All right, let's try and do this. So velocity is A is some constant. I don't want to get confused, so I'm just going to write it as K. It doesn't matter, right? Some constant. Root x. So it is x raised to half. Okay. So if you are getting confused, I'll just put it as root x. Now what to do? I have to find displacement as a function of time. There is no time. Oh, but I can do one thing. Here's what I can do. Velocity is dx by dt, and this x raised to root of x is x raised to half. That's what I can write. How about shifting x here, because x and x should be together. T, put it on the other side. So when this goes on the other side, it will become x raised to minus half. Dx is equal to k dt. This type of form is called as integrable form. Integrable. You can integrate it because you have d on one side and d on the other side. All x's or similar terms on one side, all other terms on the other side. That's why it is called integrable. This is also called, in my bhasha or in my language, it is also called as Sundar form. It's beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Those of you who do not know what is Sundar, okay, this is beautiful form. So always try to get equations in beautiful Sundar form. Everybody understood what is Sundar form? No need for chain rule, bacha. Okay, now I'll tell you what you need to do. Just integrate it, you will get the answer. Okay, integrate, k is a constant. All right, and okay, limits. Here you use limits. When time is 0, x is 0. When time is t, x is x. What is the integration of x raised to minus half? It is x raised to. Think about it. Minus half plus 1 is plus half. Right? So it is x raised to half upon half. And obviously the limits 0 and x. And here dt's integral is just t, 0 and t. So eventually what will I get? Check this out. I'll get x raised to half by 1 by 2 minus 0 is equal to k into t minus 0. I've just substituted the limits. 2 goes on the top. X raised to half is root of x is equal to k into t. Therefore root x is k by 2 into t. Therefore x is equal to k by 2 into t square. Therefore x is proportional to t square. So x is proportional to t square, so option B is correct. Very good. Yep. Is this the first live video of basics of kinematics? No, Lalitya Kumanduri. This is a revision session, so you get some idea over here, don't worry. And there is a detailed series on this channel itself in the playlist. Just check it out. I hope you know how to check out playlist. Just go to the physics section. In physics playlist, you will see bridge course, kinematics basics. Then kinematics in 1D. In kinematics in 1D, I have taught calculus in 4 classes. Just check it out. Okay, cool. Let's get going to the last question of tonight. Yes, t square is the answer. Let's see if you can solve this question. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. Last 2 questions. Kalyani is hungry. Hold on, Kalyani. Yeah. Last 2 questions. An object moving with some speed is decelerated by this function, where v is the speed, then the time taken by the object to come to rest will be how much? Okay. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. Yep. Let's see, how do we do that? dv by dt is already given. dv by dt is already given. Oh, I have to bring this in Sundar form. dv by dt is minus 2.5 v raised to half. Bring it in Sundar form. Bring all v's and t's together and put it on separate sides. So v raised to minus half dv is equal to minus 2.5 dt. Great. So the time taken by the object to come to rest. Alright, so integral. So to come to rest means I start when time is 0. Initial velocity was 6.25. Finally, when the time is t, the velocity becomes 0. So understand the limits. When time is 0, speed is this much. When time is t, the velocity is 0. Now do the integration. Let's see what do we get. V raised to minus half, integral. Minus half plus 1 is again plus half. So it will become v raised to plus half divided by 1 by 2. Again 0 over here, 6.25 over here. Okay, is equal to minus 2.5 and here t and again 0 and t. Now do the math. First put 0. If you put 0 over here, that will itself become 0. Then put 6.25. So minus 6.25 raised to half divided by half is equal to minus 2.5 into t minus 0. Now take 2 on the top and minus cancels. So it will become 2 into root of 6.25 is equal to 2.5, which is just 5 by 2 into t. So guys, what is root of 6.25? It is 2.5. So this will be nothing but 2.5 again. Actually, I could have just put this as 2.5 here only as it is. So this will be 2.5 into t. So therefore, t is equal to 2 seconds. That's the answer. Option A. Very good. Very good. So many of you said A. Very good, Saja. Very good, Swarlina. Excellent, Jiva. Very good. So many of you said option A. Okay. So that's how it is. Definition में क्या रखा है? Easier. Understand what is parallax. What is there in the definition? Okay, chalo. So that's option A. Let's move on to the last question. A point initially at rest at the origin moves along the x-axis. Acceleration proportional to x. Then the speed is proportional to x raised to how much? Very interesting question. Come on, let's see how many of you can do this. Does negative sign always means deceleration? No. Even when acceleration is negative, the speed can still increase. If acceleration is negative and velocity is also negative, then understand both acceleration and velocity are in the same direction. And when A and V are in the same direction, the speed will increase in that direction. So if A is negative, does not mean that it is a retarding. Retarding means acceleration and velocity have opposite signs. They should be in opposite direction. That's all. Alright, let's see how to solve this question. Last question coming up on your screen. The point initially at rest moves along x-axis. Acceleration is proportional to x. Therefore, acceleration is k into x. Okay, what can I write acceleration as? Acceleration is dv by dt. dv by dt is kx. Everybody gets this. But here is the problem. The problem is I want v and x. I cannot get this in Sundar form. If I take dt over there, I cannot integrate x and dt, guys. It's not allowed. How do I do that? Chain rule. Multiply and divide by the same number. Can we take proportional and add constant k? No. When I say proportional to something, it means it's just proportional to that, no constant out there. Okay, there is no plus something. Okay, so I think I can do this. Divide by dx and again multiply by dx. Equality is maintained. So this will be equal to kx. I'm like, sir, why the hell did you do this? Guys, the reason why I did it is because dx by dt is velocity. So therefore, this will become dv by dx into v is equal to kx. That's the reason for it. Now I can bring it into Sundar form. We can bring it into Sundar form. How do I bring it into Sundar form? Look at this. V dot dv is equal to kx dot dx. So Sundar, nazar utarna padega. Oh my God, है ना? Such a Sundar form. So now let's integrate this, guys. Let's integrate this. So integration of this, okay, is nothing but v square by 2. Okay, I can put plus c over here, and this will be k into x square by 2. Don't put two constants, that would be stupidity. Okay, now the last step, initially at rest. That means when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, velocity is 0. That means if you put 0 over here, you will clearly see that constant is 0. Therefore, what are you seeing? V square by 2 is equal to k x square by 2. 2 goes, v is root of k into x. So velocity is proportional to x raised to 1. That's the answer. Darpan. Arey Baba, tomorrow is your physics class 12 board exam, re-exam, and I want to score. And here I don't even know one word. What do I do now? Only 9 hours left. Guys, please tell me what I can do. Darpan, please tell me, is it fair what you are asking me? 9 hours hai for your exam. Even if you stand on a rock and pray to Lord Shiva, nothing can happen now. So just give it. What were you doing all this while? Hai na? So all I can do is probably tell you one simple thing. Go watch my revision class. I have conducted formula revision class. Just watch that formula revision class, 3 hours ka. Just do that. That's the only thing you can do right now. Okay? It's there in the playlist. Please do that. Yes, watch that. That's the only thing. 3 hours last minute revision video. Just watch that. Okay? Yep. And please solve some previous year papers. That's the only thing you can do. Okay. So this is a homework question. Please do this homework. Where are you going to post it? In the comment section. And let's see who are going to post it really quick. That's very interesting. Okay. So based on derivatives and integration. And guys, if you want improvement, you need to give us time. And I'm asking you one simple thing. Give us time by joining Vedantu right now. We guarantee you guys will improve. I cannot guarantee you success within 9 hours. But I can tell you one thing. If you join Vedantu now, for sure, your name, your family will be proud of you one day. And guys, you will be in the result board. You will be one of these numbers. I don't know where you would be. Maybe one of this. I really hope you are one of this 99 plus percentile. So happy I would be. Don't you think? So guys, don't miss this chance, because you have the chance to learn in Hindi and English both. You have the option to take my micro courses. 11th standard, I have plenty of micro courses, and so many other teachers also have it. Live classes plus the recordings, obviously. Also the tests, assignments which I just showed you with analysis, report cards for your betterment, and suggestions and smart suggestions as well. And you have the guidance from teachers, strategy sessions, parent teacher sessions, everything that you need. And all of this, you get it for very affordable prices. By the way, this price is the old price. If you check out the video right now, you will see that in our video right now. Okay, this link will give you 50% off. Okay, so just check this out. Okay, and see the link. Click on these links. You can check my Instagram profile. You can check the Vedantu Pro subscription. There is KVPY batch also running out here. So the KVPY batch as well. So all of this is available for you. Just check it out. All right. Vectors kab start hoga, Harsh? It's already started and it is over also. It's over. You can check this out. It's there over here in our playlist. So this is playlist. Okay, you can check this out. Where is it? Yeah, units and dimensions, vectors. Vectors 5 lectures. You can check this out. Use this playlist. I have completed vectors in these 5 classes. Check this out. Okay, so that's a lecture you should check out for vectors. I have completed till Newton's laws of motion. Laws of motion ho gaya. Yes, Harsh, ho gaya. Friction bhi ho gaya. Done. Yeah. So the next chapter which I'm going to start is work power energy. Do you guys want me to continue with the revision, or do you want me to start next chapter? Do let me know in the comment section after the video ends, and do not forget to post your homework answer as well. I'll be seeing who and all are doing homework and who is doing it really quick. Thank you guys for tuning in. What a lovely evening it was. and please stay safe, take care. And this was Shreyas here, your capto, with my lovely warriors, enthusiastic warriors. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye bye, hasta la vista.